Cater to. With that, again, I'll ask you how you want to go with this. We can have you start off again if you want to. But again, just a reminder for our audience, Cater to is basically a poem that really reflects or is an embodiment of my guest. And as we do have Gabe, who is a writer, director, producer, we do have, our pick of litter of everything, some things, whatever. So again, Gabe, who would you like to start off on this?
Why
Cool. So this one, again, for Cater to, I call You Interloper. Scribble, ponder, strike that. Scrawl, think. I like it. Cater to the theme. The pronoun, right. Protagonist? No. Antagonist. To write a plight of might is not really in sight, is insightful. Insightful. Backspace, backspace. Soliloquy. Now we can create, and orate on truth of fiction through diction, but it's all pistol. But that's the point. To struggle. Hear me, here we have context hidden in clues to which our audience are now the sleuths in finding the meaning of what we mean in the words with herrings about. I clout your mind with all I can find, but now I'm in a bind. You hate me. Because we're not simple, we're writers of art. We think in where thinking is. It's no simple chart to guide you, then tell you is where we part. Malcolm's critics in where we inked heart. But let it be known. Enter, tab. Enter unknown. Period. Period. Just period.
Oh, Matt, I really loved how you perform all of these poems. Like, have you memorized these?
No.
No, it feels like, like this was something you worked on and you're just giving it a full monologue. It's really impressive. Just the performance itself is impressive. And then the poem, and I like that imagery of a period, period, period. So it's ending on an ellipses.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the whole thing. It's like it starts off as an ellipses and then just period. Is like, you know what? I leave it open-ended to that too. And I that's one thing that I think people will soon realize about me. I do like to leave a lot for interpretation for people as well as like open-ended things, is because I feel that it's great for the audience to kind of have that inference because it becomes more personal to them at a certain point.
Nice. All right. Now I will go, and mine is called Inward Journey. Travel the world, active every day, yet nothing grows, no thoughts at play. Busy work, tedium, and projected success, tolls on the mind and no time to rest. Meanwhile, still waters run deep, growing, evolving, maturing so steep. A journey on the inside, unplanned, seems simple on the outside, unmanned. Through insomnia, through distress, I have written journeys in three-dimensional chess. In scope I grow, in theme I grow, as a person I glow, as an artist I show. And now I compare my journey to the world traveler, and we each spin our tales, the smoothest.
Oh, wow. You are the maker in this. I love this. I love this. Again, you do have such a vivid sense of carrying a person through a journey. And especially this one, I think is like, it really resonates to like, I can feel the way that you create your craft in just the manner of how you've put that down and just the turmoil that you have in there too. And I think, I put it in my poetry is like, it is a lot of times it starts with that struggle too, but then, it's that is what chisels us. This is like, it's the love and hate that we both have in the same art. It's like we are compelled to do something, and we are actively choosing to go through some of these struggles too. So it's wonderful.
Yeah, and also just the fact that there's so many journeys you can take as an artist, and I know people who um, have worked on big projects and are doing these jobs on film sets where they're only getting 3 4 hours of sleep, and so they're active, they have a good paying job, but they're not happy. And I'm like, it's good that you have that. I don't know if I want that experience. On the other hand, my experience seems more rooted, but I have my own things I've created. So I'm not saying one is better than the other, but let's compare our stories.
Exactly. And and especially let's bring this back a minute to like what we're in. And as far as like we have so many more limitations right now as far as like with COVID. And this is always going to be like some ongoing thing for while it's ever present, where we are literally in a pandemic. And I've mentioned this before too, but it's a part of our lives. And I can say it's here to stay for wherever it is right now. We are in bed with it, but these are our new limitations, and we've all like even right now this whole thing, this is set through a limitation and still wanting to be creative and work, and we still go through that, and we compare like what are our means and what have we used and the means that we have too. And that comparison and contrast to like anybody else in any type of creative, artistic, entertainment business, whatever it will, is like these are the things that we have to journey through. And nobody's journey is the same. And, I get, and I want to thank you so much for sharing all these poems with me, and sharing this active exchange, which it's always a thrill just to have like somebody so talented too as well. I appreciate you, my friend.
I mean, yeah, like this, it's fun to do some type of interview where there's a challenge and a little bit of a game that you play to be part of it.